Hello and happy Monday. It's good to be back after the break. I'm Caroline Dardo.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley. You're watching NewsWatch Ole. Well, after a long, restful week, we are so close to finishing out the semester. And Caroline, this is so sad, but this is our last Monday show. Can you even believe it?
That is so crazy. And even scarier, finals are next week.
Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, we do have a great show to brighten up your mood ahead of the finals week. Starting off, you know the iconic Charlie Brown character from the cartoon, but what is he doing in Oxford?
And later, a live look at what's happening on the square tonight. You don't want to miss it.
But first, we do have to start with a darker update. Jury selection began today in Hattiesburg for the trial for Sheldon Timothy Harrington Jr., the man accused of murdering Jamie J. Lee, a University of Mississippi student. He was 22 years old. Lee is remembered as a beloved member of the Oxford LGBTQ+ community, and he went missing in July of 2022.
2 weeks following Lee's disappearance, authorities arrested Harrington, who was later indicted on a capital murder charge in relations to this case. Earlier this morning, Lafayette County Circuit Court Judge Kelly Luther began this selection. The jury came from another part of the state following the defense team's argument that a fair trial cannot be secured inside of the county limits.
NewsWatch will have more information on the situation as it develops.
To move on, if you're planning on attending the square tonight, we have a weather update for you so you know what to bring for the evening.
Let's check in with our weather anchor, Alexia Andrex, to look at our current weather conditions. Alexia?
Thanks, guys. As we can tell, it's a chilly day here in Oxford with the current temperature at 52 degrees, and it's going to get even chillier, so if you're planning on heading out to the parade, make sure to grab those winter coats. Back to y'all at the desk.
Speaking of weather, Ole Miss's Wind Assembly recently had a concert in the Ford Center.
The wind ensemble consists of instruments such as flute and the clarinet. Here's NewsWatch reporter Garina Williams for more on the event.
'Tis the season of music. On Thursday, November 21st, the University of Mississippi Wind Ensemble held a concert at the Ford Center. Songs included The Blessing of Light, Knoxville, Summer of 1915, Love and Nature, Fantasia on a theme of Robert Schumann, and more. The song Knoxville, Summer of 1915 included a solo by Josh Milton. Milton has 8 record albums with the record label, 4 of which were nominated for Grammy Awards. He is now an associate professor here at the university, and he works alongside Dr. Tim Oliver. Oliver is the conductor of the Wind Ensemble Band. The band was able to put on a performance that many people were excited to see. Here at the Gertrude Ford Center, I'm Gariana Williams, NewsWatch reporter, Ole Miss.
To help you start getting into the holiday spirit, make sure you stop by the square tonight for the Candyland-themed Christmas parade. It will be taking place from 6:30 to 9:30. This is completely open to the public, so grab your friends and family for the sweetest evening. We'll have reporter Logan Kennedy live on the square later in the show to keep you updated on the event. It is time to look through your Christmas decorations to find your best tacky sweater, because this Friday at 8 p.m. at Proud Larry's, they will be hosting their annual Tacky Townie Christmas. Everyone brings their spare or borrowed decorations to Proud Larry's to support a good cause, as the money goes to the Interfaith Compassion Ministries. This event will also have live music featuring KC and the Moonshine Band, Highland Sunday, and more. Purchase your ticket today at ctickets.us.
Last week, freshman public policy majors got to experience what might be in store for their future with a mock congressional hearing.
Here is NewsWatch reporter Sneha Vu for more.
Frontlot Institute hosted the annual Battle for the Gavel event last week. Ole Miss freshman public policy leadership majors participated in a mock congressional hearing. Students had been working towards the event for weeks and were able to use the skills they developed in their classes. Students, both participants and advisors, gave insight into what this event means for them and the impact they're hoping it has.
Well, this event definitely enriches the community because it's not just 70 or 80-year-olds creating policy. It's not older people advocating. It's not former lawmakers. It's 17, 18, and 19-year-olds that want to have a voice in something. These people will probably end up going to law school of some type and trying trying to serve on some political matter or write some type of policy later in life. And what I've always said is you can't change the world, but you can make a corner of it pretty nice, and I think that's really what we're doing right here.
The biggest lesson I've learned from participating in this event is just the importance of listening to the people we're working with, our coaches, and just the importance of collaborating so we can produce an informative event.
This event is the epitome of what this major is all about. You see, public policy, I consider it political science on steroids, and it allows kids to have conversation and argument to, come together and, find solutions.
I'm hoping this event will have a positive impact on our students. We want to build a culture of involvement, and we want to show the campus what the Law Institute and the Public Policy Leadership Department have to offer. This is a huge part of our first year experience in the Law Institute. It really brings our whole cohort together, and it's just an opportunity to practice the skills that you would use in a career of public service.
This has been Sneha Viyuru with NewsWatch.
For lots of families, watching the cartoon Charlie Brown for Thanksgiving and Christmas is a part of their traditions. Well, now that story is coming to life here in Oxford with the Charlie Brown Christmas musical being put on at the Ford Center this Thursday. The musical celebrates the 60th anniversary of the beloved Christmas cartoon. The music even has a live jazz trio playing, so make sure you go and watch the story come to life. Listed on your screens are the dates and the times of the performances. And the Walk of Lights offers a gleaming outdoor spectacle where visitors can take a stroll underneath the glow of the countless lights through illuminated pathways. It's part of this year's Holly Jolly Holidays being held in the M Trade Park. In addition to the Walk of Lights, there will be ice skating. As you can see on the screen, the Holly Jolly Holidays started on November 23rd and will run through January 5th. Holly Jolly Holidays will be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Tickets cost $15 for the Walk of Lights and an additional $10 for ice skating. Children's ages 2 and under are free.
Coming up, we will have a NewsWatch reporter in the studio for The Watch with your national news.
Plus, a live look at what's going on at the square right now. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back after this break.
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back.
To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
that's a love we can all fight for.
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Well, Oxford is shutting down for the Christmas parade tonight, and we have reporter Logan Kennedy on the scene to give us an update on the event. Yes, Alexia, could
With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
legal news, the FDA's rules on flavored e-cigarettes has been challenged by the Supreme Court as they heard arguments on the case Monday morning. The e-cigarette industry argued the FDA has violated federal law by changing regulations. Dessert-flavored vapes are the main concern, as they are popular among the younger generation. The industry stands behind the flavors by telling of benefits to those transitioning away from smoking traditional cigarettes. Vaping in the U.S. could be shaped by the court's decision in this case. The Supreme Court is also set to hear a pivotal appeal on Wednesday from the younger transgenders challenging Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming medical care. Sex discrimination and the constitutional guarantee of equal protections are the key questions this case brings up. The decision on hand is if landmark rulings protecting rights based on sex apply to transgender individuals. The transgender community advocates that such laws should face heightened scrutiny as they may violate anti-discrimination concepts. Hormone therapy and puberty blockers access is the decision that will reflect. In some brighter news, the economy is benefiting as the holiday season is right around the corner. Online Black Friday shopping has surged and set a new record this year. This year, online Black Friday shopping spent nearly $10.8 billion. This projection is up by $1 billion from last year. While online shopping continues to grow, in-store shopping grew by less than 1%. Some of the top items purchased in-store and online was both electronics and apparel. Well, that's all I have for you in your national news update with The Watch. This has been Leslie Lackman. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Leslie. Now it's time to hear another weather update.
Yes, Alexia, could you tell us more about tonight's conditions?
Yes, I can. Well, it is going to be chilly tonight, so if you're heading out to the parade, make sure to grab those winter jackets, maybe even a scarf, maybe even some hats. It's going to be cold. I'll have more for y'all after the break.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexi. weather check with Stormwatch. As you can see, it's been a chilly day here in Oxford. I have my winter coat on, and so should you if you're heading out to the parade tonight. The current temperature is at 52 degrees, and if you take a look across the region, South Haven has the regional high with 61, but still a chilly all over the place today with 52 pretty much across the board. And if you take a look at tonight's, this is why I'm saying you're going to need your hat, gloves, maybe even a scarf, definitely that winter coat. It's going to be cold tonight with 24 degrees. At least we're looking at mostly clear with winds around 5 miles per hour. And if you take a look at our radar, at least we're avoiding any precipitation along with this cold. It's going to be no rain for quite a bit here. And looking at tomorrow is 43 degrees. It's still going to be cold, but at least we're seeing some sunshine, trying to look on the positive here with low winds again tomorrow. And for tomorrow's high temperatures, we have South Haven again with that regional high, 52 degrees, so things are cooling down all over the board here. Oxford again at 43, Holly Springs at 42, Corinth at 40, and Tupelo at 45. And looking at this week, again, winter has arrived here in Oxford. Make sure if you haven't already put on those coats, you're putting them on for this week. It's going to remain cold. We're getting some rain here on Wednesday, again on Friday and Saturday. So make sure you are prepared and ready for this week's weather.
Okay, Alexia, I know you have always loved the cold, being from Ohio and everything. So are you excited?
I'm a little bit excited, but I'm not excited about that rain. I can take cold as long as it's like a little bit of sunshine, but the rain, I'm not feeling it. How about you?
I wish it was warm again. Cassidy?
I am not good with the cold personally. I'm from up north, so you would think I'd be fine, but I'd rather it be warm all the time. So
I'm the same way. Like, I'm used to the cold, but that doesn't mean I like it. As for last week, it was quite an exciting rivalry week across college football, including a fight-inducing upset by Michigan and a nail-biting overtime in Georgia, which I think should be called the good old-fashioned 8. After the break, we will get into how Ole Miss squared up in their rivalry game. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Red.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready? Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back. I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch. Ole Miss football fell to Florida 24-17 in a devastating nail in the coffin to our college football playoff hopes.
although some fans still speculate. Even though the Rebs outgained the Gators by 100 yards, going 3 for 14 on third down attempts, and getting sacked 4 times over the game, and 2 last-minute interceptions stifled 2 comeback drives in the swamp. But at least we still run the SIP. Sports anchor Claire Ulmer was at the Egg Bowl and got all the action.
2 teams, 1 state, and 1 prestigious trophy on the line. A deep-rooted rivalry that goes all the way back to 1944. 90 years of blood, sweat, and tears. 2 teams battling it out to see who will be the best college football team in the state of Mississippi. This year's Egg Bowl game was hosted right here in Oxford, Mississippi this Friday at 2:30 p.m. Not only did we celebrate this in-state rivalry, but it was also senior night, where we recognized the growth and success of our senior Rebels. The number 14th ranked Rebels and unranked Bulldogs battled it out in a game filled with emotions. This game simply means more. The Bulldogs were looking for redemption from last year's loss and entered the vault with 1 goal in their mind. And the Rebels were looking to defend their reigning victory and bring back-to-back trophies to Oxford. The Rebels scored first with a 39-yard field goal from Caden Davis in the first quarter. JJ Pegas, aka the mayor of Oxford, wasn't letting the Bulldogs get far with a touchdown of his own, putting the Rebels up by 3. But the Bulldogs were filled with redemption, ending the first quarter with a 6-yard run touchdown to put the Dogs up going into the second quarter. The second quarter was back and forth between both teams until Ulysses Bentley IV decided that was over with an 89-yard run straight into the end zone, putting the Rebels up back on top, ending the first half. The sun went down in the vault and so did the temperatures, but the vibes stayed high with performances, light shows, and fan involvement fun. In the second half, again, we witnessed a back-and-forth battle between defenses and offenses playing with grit but not quite making it to the end zone. That was until 5 minutes and 48 seconds into the third where Caden Davis kicked a 43-yard field goal to put the score 20-14. Going into the final 15 minutes of this in-state battle, Jackson Dart made a 19-yard pass to tight end Caden Prescorn to put the Rebels up 26-14 in the fourth. Dart threw for 143 yards, surpassing Eli Manning's 21-year-old all-time passing record with a whopping 10,213 yards. And the Egg Bowl trophy will remain in Oxford for another year. Congrats to our seniors for a beautiful season.
Well, it looks like the Egg Bowl trophy is staying right here in Oxford with the 26-14 win against Mississippi State. I'm Claire Ulmer with NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Thank you, Rebs, for an unforgettable football season. But if you're looking to watch some Rebels in the playoffs, the volleyball team has made it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 4 years. Not to mention, Cammie Neeson was selected as the SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year, and Nia Washington received all SEC first team honors. They will face 7th-seed Florida State, hosted in Omaha, Nebraska by Creighton. It is their 5th ever appearance, but not their first time at the Blue Jays' home court, as they faced them in 2021. Tickets are on sale now for their face-off against the Seminoles on Thursday afternoon, December 5th at 4:30. And Ole Miss men's basketball had an exciting Thanksgiving break, starting with an overtime win over BYU, featuring a career-high 28 points from Jalen Murray. The game was close, being tied 3 separate times over the last 3 minutes of play. And it sure looked dim when Igor Demin put BYU up 4 with a 3-pointer with 2:21 left in regulation. But Ole Miss responded and forced overtime. The Rebs ran away with it in OT, winning 96-85, led by Murray's 9 points and perfect 5 for 5 at the free throw line. But their undefeated season would end when they faced number 12 Purdue in the Invitational. Although the Rebs were dominant, knocking down a season-high 15 threes and Jamin Brakefield recording a season-high 18 points, they couldn't get it done, falling by only 2. The Rebs will attempt to get back in the win column tomorrow night at 8 as they face Louisville on the road. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and for our sports talk show Rebel Watch on Friday at 5. For the last time for me this semester, back to you guys at the desk.
Up next for NewsWatch Ole Miss, we have the word of the year coming in Rod.
And then stay tuned for more as we have new Christmas tradition that might just send you into an orbit.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she flies. The sky's the limit. She's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
Superman, is it hard to give up smoking or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just...
That's how hard it is. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend? Your friend might be worried, sad, grumpy, angry,
stressed, weird, rebellious,
anxious,
antisocial, lonely,
sleeping less,
sleeping more,
eating less, eating more. Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole.
If you're feeling a little Oxford is shutting down for the Christmas parade tonight, and we have reporter Logan Kennedy on the scene to give us an update on the event.
Hi Logan, so glad you could tell us about what things are looking like at the Ford Center right now.
Hey y'all, thanks everybody. So we're out here at the Ford Center. The parade starts in a little bit less than a half an hour, and I'm super excited. We have a lot of floats out here. It's gonna be great.
I love it. Now, Logan, what do you expect the attendance to look like, and do you feel like the Christmas spirit is already at the Ford Center?
Yeah, so I think turnout's going to be great. We have, like I said, a lot of floats. I've seen several groups of people walking by. I think it's going to be a great turnout.
If you're feeling a little... Thank you so much, Logan. If you're feeling a little consumed by social media this year, Oxford University Press does not think that you're alone.
This year, the term brain rot has had an increase in usage about 230%.
Brain rot has been the term used to describe the impact of over-consuming low-quality content.
Although this word is used widely on multiple social media platforms, the first person to use this was author Henry David Thoreau in his book Walden.
Okay, do you guys have brain rot? Have you experienced that?
You know what? I fear after reading the definition, I might have a little bit of brain rot.
Has to depend on the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree. I definitely understand why the usage is going up right now.
Yes. I think it might be society of what we've been dealing with all like the social media. Like we can sit there and brain rot.
For sure, and TikTok is definitely a big player in that.
Especially for me. I could like be going to bed at 8 o'clock and it's like 12 o'clock.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's all we have tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Caroline Dardo.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley with your latest news.
I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch.
And I'm Alexia Intercheck with Stormwatch.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5.
NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live
and keep it local.